Diesel was not in the best of moods. After he had played a trick on Fergus that he was no longer the pride of the cement works, the Fat Controller had caught him out and had sent Diesel to work at the smelters. Diesel hated every single moment of it. The Ironworks brothers, Ari and Bert, didn't make things easier for him. Diesel was pleased when his work at the smelters had come to an end. The Fat Controller immediately sent him back to the other railway in disgrace. But this time, when Diesel came back to the mainland, he did not get the usual homecoming he expected. When Diesel arrived, the mainland controller was waiting for him. He looked very stern and very cross. Good morning, sir," Diesel stuttered. "Save me the detail," the mainland controller interrupted. "Diesel, I have finally had it. I am fed up of you being brought back here all the time as soon as you cause problems for Sir Topham's railway. I can't keep it up anymore. Diesel, I am no longer going to keep you on my railway. You can find somewhere else to live as far as I'm concerned." With that, the mainland controller turned sharply on his heels and walked away. At first, Diesel didn't seem to care, until the realization kicked in. Now he didn't have a home. Sodor didn't want him. The mainland didn't want him. Diesel didn't know what to do. "If I go back to Sodor, they'll hate me," he whimpered. "And if I stay here, they'll hate me even more." Instinct told him to go back to Sodor. He wasn't sure, but he gave it a try. Diesel arrived at the fuel depot. He was feeling very lost and very sorry for himself. Just then, Mavis, the Diesel who worked at the quarry, came over. "What are you doing here?" she asked. "I thought the Fat Controller sent you away." Diesel gulped. He was secretly pleased to see Mavis and told her everything. When he'd finished, Mavis's heart sank. "Oh, Diesel," she said, "I am sorry." "Don't bother talking to the Fat Controller about it," said Diesel. "I know now where I'm not wanted." Before Mavis could say anything else, Diesel rumbled away. She had to do something, otherwise Diesel wouldn't have a home to go to. Later that day, Mavis was at the quarry. Thomas was helping her, as Bill and Ben had been called away elsewhere. Mavis was just telling Thomas what had gone on with Diesel, when to her surprise the Fat Controller arrived. "Mavis, Thomas," he boomed, "I hear you've been doing very well at the quarry. I've just come to congratulate you on your hard work." "Thank you, sir," said Thomas. "Thank you," said Mavis. "Sir, could I have a word?" The Fat Controller listened. By the time Mavis had finished explaining about Diesel, the Fat Controller first looked concerned. "I know I've sent Diesel away many times," he said, "but seeing as now the mainland doesn't want him, it leaves me with no choice." What he said next made Thomas very shocked. But Mavis smiled. She knew that Diesel was going to have some good news finally come his way. A few days later, Mavis was resting in her shed at the quarry when a horn sounded. Diesel backed into the shed next to her. "You're looking happier," said Mavis. "The Fat Controller has made me a Northwestern engine," Diesel beamed. "I know," said Mavis. She gave a knowing smile. Diesel gasped. "You did this for me?" "Of course I did," said Mavis. "We're Diesels. We should look out for each other just as the steam engines do." Diesel felt very happy. Diesel is still a devious engine because he's that sort. And he does have moments when he's still mischievous and often causes trouble for the engines. But considering the fact that he was saved from the other railway and now a northwestern engine, Diesel is secretly happy that he finally has a railway he can call home.